Let me call to order this meeting of the West Palm Beach City Commission. The date is Monday, December 9th, 2024, and the time is 5 p.m. We will begin this meeting, as we do all of our meetings, with a moment of silence, please. Madam President, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to read out the rules of civility and decorum which govern this body. Officials shall be recognized by the chair and shall not interrupt the speaker. Public comment shall be addressed to the City Commission as a whole and not to any individual in the dais or in the audience. Displays of anger, rudeness, ridicule, impatience, lack of respect, and personal attacks are strictly prohibited. Unauthorized remarks from the audience, stamping of feet, whistles, yells, and similar demonstrations should not be permitted. Please govern yourselves accordingly, as offenders may be removed from the meeting. Also, any person wishing to speak shall complete a comment card for each agenda item the person wishes to address, which shall include the person's full name, address, and the numbered agenda item. And if that card is not completed, the person will not be recognized. Thank you all very much. Ms. Johnson, are there any additions, deletions, reorganization of the agenda?
No, Mr. Mayor, but I would like to footnote that item 9.1, Resolution 229-24, related to a replat regarding 180 Lakeview Avenue and 809 South Flagler. We have another request for continuance to the December 23rd, 2024 meeting. So action will have to be taken on that request when you get to that item.
Thank you. And I would also like to moved that we continue item 8.1 until the first meeting in February. I had received information that the staff had not met with industry representatives, so we want to give time for those meetings to take place. And again, we will have the appropriate motion when we get to that item. All right. Okay. We'll now turn to the receive and file, item 6.1, Art Life Committee's Annual Report 2023 to 2024. That has been submitted, and we will accept that annual report. Is Sabili here? Did she want to say anything? Did you want to say anything in connection with that, Ms.? Okay. Okay, we'll now turn to consent. Items 7.1 through 714.14. Any questions, comments on consent? Items 7.1 through 7.14. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion.
Mayor, move approval of the items on consent.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion. Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Hearing no opposition, motion carries unanimously. All right, we'll now turn to item 8.1. I'll read it into, why don't you read it into the record if we're going to continue it, right?
No, Mayor, just reference the ordinance number.
I'm sorry, what?
Just reference the ordinance number, item 8.1, ordinance number 5118-24.
Okay, I have no idea what she said, but I'm going to read item 8.1 into the record. Public hearing and second reading of ordinance number 5118-24, amending the Code of Ordinances at Chapter 2 to reflect the name change of the Office of Small and Minority Business Programs, and at Chapter 66 to amend the definition of small business, establish small business participation as a requirement when set, increasing the maximum small business participation to 18% for construction and master contracts, and reorganizing and clarifying several provisions. So as I said earlier, I'd like to continue this until February 3rd. That will give staff an opportunity to sit down with industry representatives and hear any questions, concerns that they may have, just again, in the full spirit of transparency, to make sure that those conversations take place. I understand that there have been meetings already scheduled with the AGC for some time in January, and so I would recommend that we have this matter continued until the first meeting in February, which I believe is February the 3rd.
Mayor, I'll make the motion. I move to continue consideration of second reading of ordinance number 511824 to the City Commission meeting that begins at 5 p.m. on February 3rd, 2025, and which shall be held in Commission Chambers of City Hall, 401 Clematis Street, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion. Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Hearing no opposition, motion carries unanimously. Thank you. So that'll be moved to February 3rd. Thank you. Item 8.2, public hearing of resolution number 259-24, amending the conditions set forth in resolution number 23-23 for vacating and abandoning an alley generally located at 515 Fern Street, in addition to granting an extension of time to comply with the conditions for the abandonment.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Chris Kimmerly, Senior Urban Designer. This is resolution number 259-24. To provide some context to the request here, the subject alley that is located generally at the 515 Fern Street address was subject of a abandonment under resolution 23-23. This came before the City Commission April of last year. The 515 Fern Street office development was approved by the Downtown Action Committee in January of last year as well. So within this alley abandonment, there was provisions set forth in conditions that the payment of the abandonment appraisal fee was to be concluded, as well as some other conditions with the development. Since the development has not started yet, Related is focusing on the One Flagler project as well as the City Place Towers. That is why we are requesting here today to have this item continued through the next year, or sorry, in 2026 there, to have the conditions met and the appraised value to be paid at that time. For advertising, there was a 30-day sign posting, as well as mailers sent out 15 days prior to the meeting. Staff's recommendation is that the requested alley abandonment still meets the conditions, and we just want to, again, push back the time in which these conditions are met and the appraised value is paid for until the October 2026 date, if there are any questions.
Okay, very good. Any questions, comments, Commissioners? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve resolution number 259-24, allowing for the deadline extension to the alley abandonment based upon the findings that right-of-way is no longer needed for any public purpose and that the abandonment complies with the criteria set forth in section 78-217 of the city's Code of Ordinances.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Hearing no opposition, motion carries unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll now turn to item 9.1, and I'm going to read into the record, and there's been a request to continue. So 9.1, resolution number 229-24, approving the replat of approximately 2.38 acres, 103,758 square feet of real property generally located at 180 Lakeview Avenue and 809 South Flagler Drive, as is associated with the One Flagler office and First Church of Christ Scientist developments. There has been a request to continue this until December 23rd. Can I have a motion to that effect?
Mayor, I move to continue consideration of resolution number 229-24 to the commission meeting scheduled to begin at 5 p.m. on December 23rd, 2024 at the City of West Palm Beach City Hall Commission Chambers, 401 Clematis Street, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Hearing no opposition, motion carries unanimously. Thank you. All right, we'll now turn to comments from the public. We do have a card. Janine Testa. Janine Testa.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. My name is Janine Testa, and my husband, Anthony Testa, is a fallen officer for the West Palm Beach PD. He passed on September 25th, 2021, due to the severity of his COVID condition he had contracted on shift. Shortly after his death, we had filed a lawsuit due to the negligence of Worker Comp Department and their inability to close our claim. In the last almost 3 years, we have gone through 4 district attorneys, countless methods of communication, and to make matters worse, we cannot close probate out until this is settled. Between raising my 8-year-old son on my own and working as much as I can, I'm here asking for your help. All I want is for this to be settled in a fair and equitable way so I don't have to continuously open the wounds of his death. I thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you. Madam City Attorney, you have someone that she can talk to, or?
Yes, I'll grab the information,
Follow up.
Mayor, and follow up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that was the only card, anything in the portal? Okay. We'll now turn to comments from the dais. We'll start with you, President Ward.
Thank you. That threw me off a little bit, and I'm so sorry for your loss that you suffered, and I appreciate his efforts for the West Palm Beach Police Department. This month's North End Police Chief meeting is being canceled just for the holidays, so just FYI, we accidentally sent out that it would be held, and it's not going to be, so anybody who wanted to show up, we're going to send another email, but just so you know, it's not happening this month, and stay tuned for the announcement for January. Nights in Northwood Village is happening again on Saturday, December 13th from 6 to 9, so you join the CRA for the next Nights in Northwood Village to welcome the holiday spirit with a special lighting ceremony and a holiday market. Shop, dine, and tap to the beat while learning about the existing and exciting CRA redevelopment projects in Northwood Village. And just to add on to that, there's been a lot of construction, and as much as we tried to let people know, pardon the dust and everything like that, the small businesses there are suffering just because people don't want to deal with construction work. And so if you find yourself needing something, please, or just wanting to go to lunch or dinner with someone, there's great restaurants in Northwood Village, but they're suffering a little bit because of the construction. Once that's finished, I think they'll be reaping the benefits, but they need to survive until that's done. So if you're feeling like adventuring to anywhere in particular, please try to look up anything in the North End and help our small businesses. And then the Martin Luther King Jr. Coordinating Committee is hosting their annual series of events commemorating the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. There are 2 big events occurring next month, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Kickoff Service and the MLK Scholarship Breakfast, both on January 3rd and Monday, January 20th is when the breakfast is. If you would like more information, you can contact my office. I'll be happy to share. And that is it. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Warren?
Thank you, Mayor. I think I'd like to congratulate you for the shortest commission meeting since I have been a commissioner. I think this is...
It's not over yet.
It's going to break there may be a commissioner that goes on and
Yeah,
on
that's what I'm worried about. Don't jinx it.
But and then I'd like to congratulate you on and us as a city on hosting the African American Mayors Association. It was incredible to see the mayors and staff members come in from all over the country to participate and enjoy West Palm Beach. And thank you to our Madam Administrator for the prayers that went up for amazing weather. They were answered, and you are welcome to coordinate any party that I have. I would love for you to be the one. Just let me know your fees, because amazing job, and that concludes my comments.
The real boss. Commissioner Fox.
Thank you, Mayor. I will keep it brief because I was going to say the exact same thing, and I want to keep this meeting short so that you have a record to break. But it was absolutely phenomenal this weekend to be a part of the African American Mayors Association. Thank you for including us. It really is such a tribute to the work of this city that they would select you and our city to host this meeting when you're technically not even on their board, as you mentioned. So that they actually came here because there was so much to offer. They wanted to see what we were doing. They wanted to be able to meet our small businesses. And I think one of the highlights of their weekend, from what I heard, was the visit to the Best Barbecue, which was unscheduled. And I am just very happy to have been able to hear all the things that are going on in other cities around the country. And as I mentioned, there was at least one mayor that told me he might be resigning so that he could move here. Anyway, but thank you again for having us, and everyone have happy holidays in case we don't see each other again this year. That's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Peduzzi.
Yes, in case we don't see each other again this until Christmas, happy holidays to everyone and Merry Christmas. Congrats to you, Mayor, and to the city on that successful hosting of the African American Mayors Association. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to attend, but I understand that it was a resounding success. So thank you for the city hosting that, and I think it just brings just another spotlight to our city and all the great things that we're doing. Tomorrow evening from 4 to 6 p.m., IBIS residents are, there's an informational session for IBIS residents. I think it is only open to IBIS residents with regard to all the construction that's happening around that area of the city, North Lake Boulevard, and in the western communities that are not part of the city of West Palm Beach. There's a lot of development, and so the IBIS residents are going to be given a presentation about those things that are occurring around IBIS and in that area. And also, I understand our police department and fire department will be coming out. Maybe it's an opportunity for our residents to meet some of our command staff, which is great. And I thank you very much to our city administrator and to you, Mayor, for allowing that to happen. Thank you.
Commissioner Lambert.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you to city staff, to administration, and to the STAIS for the parks bond that we passed years ago, and to our residents for voting for it. I had the pleasure of joining 50 children for a ribbon cutting at George Petty Park, and I would encourage you, if you haven't been there, to visit it. It is the cutest pocket park right on the water on Washington Road, and it dead ends at Royal Palm Road, dead ends on it on Washington, and it's on the water. It's now has a beautiful new playground. Brianna approved the swings and the slide, and they had a ice cream truck out there. Santa showed up. It was truly a family affair, and it's just something we should really be proud about in our city. So thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Thank you. I too want to congratulate Ms. Johnson on, she really carried the laboring oar in organizing the events for the African American Mayors Association, their quarterly Board of Trustees meeting. And as I mentioned before, I'm not even on the board, and they sought us out as the location of their December quarterly board meeting. We hosted 23 mayors in our great city, and I have to say that it was a resounding success. I've gotten several text messages congratulating us, several people coming up to congratulate us in person. So there were events on Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, Friday evening. We were able to host a reception inside the Sunset Lounge, which, as you know, overlooks Heart and Soul Park. So the mayors were able to attend the Winter in Paradise event, which was at Heart and Soul Park. And as was stated in the CRA meeting, that was just a fabulous event, very well attended. People were in a very festive mood. The music was great, the food was great, and these visiting mayors had a chance to see all of that and the best of West Palm Beach. But I do want to thank the commissioners that did show up. I want to thank city staff who was there, the communications team, between photography, videotaping, social media. They really captured the moment. And so it's a lot for West Palm Beach as a city, us as the members of this dais to be proud of. This is a team effort. While many of those mayors may not have been to West Palm Beach before, I know for a fact they will not forget West Palm Beach now. So thanks to all involved in making that such a success. And Nights in Northwood Village, as President Ward alluded to, is on Friday, December 13th. You said Saturday.
Oh,
I didn't want to correct you.
You always feel welcome to do that.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you because I wanted you to finish. So But anyway, Friday, December 13th, from 6 to 9. And yes, let's go out, shop, dine, and tap to the beat. The next Soul in the City Jazz Experience will be on Wednesday, December 18th at the Lake Pavilion from 7 to 9, featuring the Lady Ella Show, who Nikki Canada, who was the performer, uses her voice as a canvas to showcase the truth of the heart and soul. Her warm, sultry vocals are reminiscent of artists such as Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, and Nina Simone. During her career, she has performed with the Charleston Symphony Orchestra and the Tulsa Signature Symphony. So tickets are still available. Please visit wpb.org/jazz for complete details. Want to wish everyone a joyous Hanukkah. May the Festival of Lights illuminate our community with unity and resilience. As we celebrate, let the menorah inspire hope, and may the glow of togetherness guide us toward a future of compassion and prosperity. So happy Hanukkah to you and your loved ones. Just in case I don't see you all before Christmas, I do want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, filled with joy and warmth. May the holiday spirit bring unity and kindness to our community as we celebrate with loved ones. Let's share the joy of the season and extend a helping hand to those in need. May this festive time be filled with moments of peace and happiness for you and your families. Additionally, I want to wish everyone a joyous Kwanzaa filled with unity and shared values. As you celebrate, may the Kinara's glow inspire a sense of togetherness and community strength. Happy Kwanzaa to you and your loved ones. Finally, as we step into 2025 in a few weeks, I extend warm wishes for a year brimming with joy, prosperity, and community strength. May our collective efforts bring about positive change, fostering unity and resilience. You see a theme there, unity. Together, let's embrace the opportunities ahead, creating a brighter future for our beloved city. So that concludes my remarks. May God bless you, God bless your families, and God bless the great city of West Palm Beach. Good night, everyone. This meeting is adjourned. 5:24.